All right, so we are going to continue with assignment 4 from last time. So last time we did number 1 and number 2 already, right? Together in class. And I said that if you were there, you were in class on Monday and today. And if you finish this assignment and you show it to me, if you cannot submit it in module 8, then you can show it to me, then you will get 5 points extra, okay? And we did number 1 and number 2 already. Did anyone do number 3 at home already? Can you type in the chat for me? I showed you how to do it in class last time. I mean, like I gave you the instructions on how to do it. Did anyone do it? Yurio did it already, right? Vanessa did it. All right, Laith did it also. Yeah, so those people, they asked me how to do it last time. Who hasn't done it and who's not sure how to do it? Just type in the chat for me. Just send it directly to me and just say that I'm not sure how to do it. Type in the chat for me. If I don't see any responses, then I would assume that everyone knows how to do it already. If you guys missed the class last time, make sure that you contact a classmate to ask for the notes, okay? I will post the videos, but remember that, give me a second, Yurio. Remember that sometimes the videos might not cover everything that we cover in class. So if you miss the class, make sure that you ask your classmates for the notes that you missed or anything that you missed in the class, okay? The videos are just about some of the problems, not everything that we cover in class. All right, so you will have a question. I can double check it for you, or I can go over it really quick with you guys to make sure that you get it right. All right, give me a second. Euro 25.4. Give me 1 second. If you see anyone in the wait room, then just let me know, okay? Because when I'm busy with the lecture, I cannot check the waiting room all the time, so I don't know who's here. Yeah, I think you got it right, Yurio. Good. Yeah, but I'm gonna just go over it really quick with you guys. So last time, this is number 2, okay? This is the assignment number 4 in module 8. And I also sent it to you as well, the file. If you don't see it, make sure that you check your email again to find it, the assignment 4, okay? And we did number 2 already. And we, last time we used the computational formula to find the variance, and the standard deviation, right? So here is the formula. Here is the formula that I already showed you guys last time, right? And this is the formula for the variance, okay? Oh, God, it's so big. Yeah, the variance. Or you can say that the notation for the variance will be the S of x squared, okay? That's the variance for the sample. You can say that this is the sample variance. And that's the formula. And you can see that here are all the data values that we are given. All the x values are the data that we are given, right? And they are here. They are the list of the numbers here, okay? You can see that these are all the numbers that you are given. And I already put them in a table for you guys, right? And then in order for you to use the formula, you have to square each data value. And after that, you have to, you have to add all the squares together, right? You have to add all the squares together, and that is the sum of the squares, okay? And you also had to find the sum of all the data values that you are given. And then after that, you had to square the sum that you just found. And that's what we did last time for number 2, part B. And then we plug those values into the formula here. And you can see that this is the value of the sum of x squared, right? And this is the value of the sum of x and the whole thing squared, and then squared, okay? And they're not the same, okay? I already explained it last time. And then the n is 15. There are 15 data values. And this is for the sample. So we use, for the bottom one, we use the n, okay? But then for number 3, we have to minus 1 from the n because it is the estimated population variance. So that is number 3 here. And many of you already did it, which is good. You can say that this is the case of estimated population variance, okay? And you can see that, yeah, so they're asking you to find the variance. And then if you see the word like all the possible participants, that means that here they're in question 2, that means that they're talking about the estimated population variance. And just in case you still don't know what it is, make sure that you review the guided lecture notes from last week when you watched the video in class and you had to take notes. So if you don't remember those notations, make sure that you review the notes from last time, from last week again. All right, so many of you already did this problem, but I'm going to just go over it with you guys to make sure that you guys get it. So this is the variance, and it's the estimated population variance. So we use a similar formula as the number 2, but now for the n, for the bottom one, we had to subtract 1 from the bottom one, okay, from the n. That's the only thing that we have to do for this problem that is different from number 2. So for the, so for the sum of the x squared, last time you already found it, right? The sum of the x squared is what? The sum of the x squared is right here, everyone, 2,374, which is 2,374, is that right? Do I remember it correctly? 2,374, okay? That's the sum of the x squared right here. We found it from last time. Everything is the same for the same as number 2, and then minus, and now the sum of the x, the whole thing squared. This is the part that I'm talking about, right? This part right here, okay? The sum of the x, and then after that, you squared. So if we look at this table right here, you can see that the sum of the x squared is 174 squared, okay? So this is the sum of 174 squared, and then you still have to divide it by n. N is 15, right? Let's review it. There are 15 data values, so n is 15, okay, from last time. So you just plug it in, and now instead of dividing by n, now we need to divide it by n minus 1, which is what, everyone? What is n minus 1? It's too easy for you. I'm going to ask you to see if you are following. Which is what? 14, right? N is 15, minus 1 is 14. And now you just use the results from last time to calculate. So if you look at number 2 last time, you could just use the results right away. You can see that the top one is 355.6, and now you just divide it by 14. So 355.6, let's see. 355.6. Now you divide by 14, right? All the top is 355.6. And what is the answer, everyone? Can you type in the chat for me? I got Uriel's answer, but how about other people? Can you type the answer? Divide 355.6 for me by 14. I got Zahid's. Rihanna. All right. Yeah, good. So it should be 25.4. All right. So it looks like most of you got the same answer. Good. All right. So that is part A, right? Good. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this. All right, so all right, so now let's move on to part B. Part B, so part A is about the variance, right? Let's move on to part B. We have to find the standard deviation of the estimated population. Okay, and that means that you have to, so here is the notation I already gave you. Here is the notation of the population standard deviation. The sigma stands for, all right, so yeah, all right, so the sigma stands for population standard deviation, okay? Deviation. And to find the population standard deviation, you just have to square root of the population variance, which is in part, what you just found in part A. So now it's the same as a square root of 25.4, right? The sigma squared is the variance, okay? The population variance. And what is the answer, everyone? Type in the chat for me. What is 25.4 square root? All right, so it should be 5.04. I got Brianna's answer. All right, yeah, so that's the answer, okay?